Seasonal Eating, the organic guide to what's in bloom. There's a specific kind of magic that happens when you bite into a strawberry in the middle of June. It's warm from the sun, deep red all the way through, and so sweet it almost tastes like candy. Compare that to a strawberry in January, pale and crunchy, and tasting vaguely of the plastic container it lived in for a 3,000-mile journey. That difference isn't just in your head. It's the difference between eating with the rhythm of the earth and fighting against it. Welcome to the world of seasonal eating. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the organic versus conventional debate, or wondered why your grocery bill seems to fluctuate so wildly, this guide is for you. We're going to dive deep into why eating what's in bloom is better for your body, your wallet, and the planet. Why seasonal eating matters more than you think. In our modern world, we've been conditioned to expect everything all the time. We want avocados in New York in December and asparagus in Seattle in October. While global supply chains have made this possible, they haven't necessarily made it good. The nutrient density factor. When a plant is allowed to ripen fully on the vine or the branch, it develops its full profile of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Most produce found in standard supermarkets is picked green, unripe so it can survive shipping. Now, once a fruit or vegetable is severed from its life source, its nutrient content begins to degrade. By the time a non-seasonal apple reaches your kitchen, it may have been in cold storage for months, losing its nutritional punch along the way. Flavor, nature's reward. Nature is a master chef. It knows exactly how much sugar to put into a peach and how much earthy depth to give a winter squash. When you eat seasonally, you are eating food at its peak flavor. This makes healthy eating feel less like a chore and more like a luxury. You don't need much seasoning when the produce itself is the star of the show. Environmental harmony. Eating seasonally often goes hand in hand with eating locally. Reducing food miles, the distance food travels from farm to plate, drastically lowers carbon emissions. Furthermore, growing crops out of season requires heavy use of greenhouses, artificial lights, and massive amounts of water, all of which strain our natural resources. Spring. The Great Awakening. Spring is the season of renewal. After a long winter of heavy tubers and stored grains, our bodies naturally crave things that are light, bitter, and detoxifying. This is when the earth wakes up and offers us its first green gifts. What's in bloom? In the spring, look for greens that pop up almost overnight. Asparagus, the true herald of spring. Look for spears that are firm with tightly closed buds. Artichokes. These may look intimidating, but they are packed with fiber and antioxidants. Peas, snap peas, snow peas, and English shelling peas all hit their peak in late spring. Radishes. These peppery little bulbs add a crunch and a zing to salads. Rhubarb. Often paired with strawberries, rhubarb is the tart backbone of spring baking. How do you eat in spring? Spring cooking should be fast and light. Think about quick sautés, light steaming, or even eating things raw. A simple salad of shaved radishes and pea shoots with a lemon vinaigrette captures the essence of the season perfectly. Why organic matters now. Spring greens are often the most tender, but their thin skins make them more susceptible to pesticide absorption. Choosing organic for your spring spinach and strawberries, which start appearing in late spring, is a smart move for your health. Summer, the season of abundance. Summer is the heavyweight champion of the harvest. It's the time of year when the garden is so productive, you practically have to beg neighbors to take your extra zucchini. What's in bloom? This is the era of stone fruits and nightshades. Tomatoes. A real vine-ripened organic tomato is a life-changing experience. From cherries to heirlooms, they are the stars of July and August. Stone fruits, peaches, plums, nectarines, and cherries. These are best eaten with the juice running down your chin. Berries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries are at their peak sweetness. Corn. Sweet corn is a summer staple that's best eaten within hours of being picked. Zucchini and summer squash, versatile, hydrating, and plentiful. The summer kitchen. In the summer, The goal is to keep the kitchen cool. Grilling becomes the primary method of cooking. Grilled peaches with a dollop of honey or grilled corn with a sprinkle of chili lime are simple seasonal joys. Organic watch lists. Berries and stone fruits consistently top the Dirty Dozen list. Because we eat the skin of peaches and the entirety of a blackberry, choosing organic during the summer is non-negotiable for those looking to minimize pesticide exposure. Autumn, the golden harvest. As the air turns crisp, the food becomes denser and more comforting. Autumn is about preparation, storing up energy for the colder months ahead. What's in bloom? The colors of the harvest shift to oranges, deep reds, and earthy browns. Apples and pears. The crunch of a fresh-picked apple is the sound of autumn. Winter squash, butternut, acorn, and delicata squash begin to appear. Pumpkins, not just for carving. Culinary pumpkins are high in vitamin A. Root vegetables and carrots, some beets, and parsnips get sweeter as the ground cools. Brussels sprouts. They actually taste better after the first frost. The autumn kitchen. This is the season of roasting. Tossing root vegetables in olive oil and roasting them at high heat brings out their natural sugars. Soups and stews also make their return to the menu using hearty greens like kale and chard. Winter, the season of roots and resilience. Many people think seasonal eating stops in the winter, but that's far from the truth. While the fields might be sleeping, the harvest continues in the form of hardy vegetables and citrus. What's in bloom? Citrus fruits, lemons, limes, oranges, and grapefruits are at their absolute best in the winter. They provide a much-needed boost of vitamin C during cold and flu season. Kale and collard greens, these tough greens can survive snow and ice, and they're packed with nutrients. Cabbage, red and green cabbage are winter staples for slaws and ferments. Potatoes and sweet potatoes, these storage crops provide the carbohydrates we need to stay warm. The winter kitchen. Winter is about slow and low. Slow cookers and Dutch ovens are your best friends. Braising meats with root vegetables or making a thick, creamy potato leek soup provides the internal warmth needed to get through the dark months. How to start your seasonal journey. Transitioning to a seasonal diet doesn't have to happen overnight. It's a shift in mindset more than a set of strict rules. Visit your local farmer's market. This is the easiest way to know what's in season. If a farmer is selling it, it's in bloom. Join a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. You pay a subscription and get a box of whatever is being harvested that week. It's a great way to try new vegetables you might otherwise skip. Learn the Dirty Dozen. If you can't afford to buy everything organic, focus your organic budget on the items that traditionally have the highest pesticide loads, like strawberries and spinach. Preserve the excess. When berries are cheap and plentiful in the summer, buy extra and freeze them for your winter smoothies. The financial benefit. Eating seasonally is actually the most budget-friendly way to shop. When a crop is in its peak season, the supply is high, which drives the price down. You'll find that organic strawberries in June are often cheaper than conventional ones in January. Final thoughts. Eating with the seasons connects us to the world around us. It reminds us that there is a time for growth and a time for rest. By choosing organic seasonal produce, you are investing in your health, supporting local farmers, and protecting the environment. Next time you go to the store, take a look at what's highlighted in the produce section. Look for the colors that match the world outside your window. Your body and your taste buds will thank you.